Hello. So today I want to share with us the power and consequences of free will, of the gift of free will. Someone argued online recently that if God actually gave us free will, for to him, free will is fake. If God actually gave us free will, how come he still punishes us for what we do? Right? And also, if God already knows the end from the beginning, he means he knows what everyone is going to do. In fact, he programmed everyone to live the way the person is he or she is living. As far as he's concerned, God knows he's going to live the kind of life he's living now. So that make it valid for him to live however he wants to live. So I thought I would share a better understanding of what it actually means to have free will, the power of it, and the consequences of having a free will. Now, let's go. Free will means that you have the right and authority over your decision making. Now, when we say that God gave humans the gift of free will, it means he made them like himself. They have the power and authority to make choices independently. When we say you have a free will, it means that God didn't make you to be like a television. God did not make you to be like a computer, a phone. You are not programmed to do a particular thing a particular way and produce an exact or particular result. It means that you have authority, you have rights to decide to do anything and not to do anything. You have a right to reject or accept anything. You have the right to choose for yourself what you want. Okay? So you are not a television that can be remote controlled. You are not anything digital that can be controlled and expected to produce a particular result or act a particular way. This is why there is always a problem when some persons want to subdue others to live a particular way or do certain things. Okay, they are subjecting these people to their own will. There is always a problem. Okay, because humans are naturally made to take their own decisions, to do their own things, to go their own way. Okay, now that does not mean that anything you decide to do does not have an end result, that anything you decide to do does not have a consequence. Okay, for example, when you decide to do good, good can produce good. Sometimes evil good produces evil. When good is excessive, it produces evil. Evil produces evil, right? And then when we say that God is all-knowing, this does not mean that God is the one manipulating you to do what you do. He already knows what you're going to do, so it's not a big deal. No. When we say that God is all-knowing, we mean that God knows everything in this world. He knows light inside the light. He knows the darkest place of the dark, right? He knows the end right from the beginning. He knows what will happen. This means God knows that if you decide to go the path of A, this is what will happen at the end. If you decide to go the path of B, this is what will happen at the end. If you decide to go the path of C, C has so results. Okay? That was why when he gave instructions to Moses in the wilderness, he told him, these are the instructions, these are my commands. If you obey them, this will be what can bless your life. If you go the other way, you can live under a curse, because that path you're going, the end is destruction. There is nothing good on that road. Okay, and after giving the instructions, he said, death or life, good or evil, but I tell you to choose life. He went further to say, choose life. Follow my instructions. These instructions I'm giving will protect you. They will help you. This is the best way to go in life. Okay, so God knows the end from the beginning, but that doesn't mean he forces you to do what you're going to do. No, he can only imprint in your heart. He can give you an invitation. He can tell you this is what is good, oh, this is what I think, oh, but he doesn't force you. For example, when God sent Jonah to the people of Nineveh, even after entering the belly of a fish, if Jonah has still decided that I am not going, it is better you kill me, it is better I die, God will not force Jonah, he will leave him. Then he will decide to make a way else for the people of Nineveh. But Jonah must have lost out already, because that was his destiny. That was what God wanted from him. There is blessing in going the way of the Lord. You must not forget that we were all created by God. He knows how the life of everyone should be. He knows the original manual for everybody. So that's why he will lead you by his spirit. And now, the guide for you to know that the decision I'm taking is good, this A, I have a problem, this B will be better, is why you have a conscience. Is why you have what? A conscience. That is why if you allow the enemy trample on your conscience and sear it by you staying away from the word of God, by you overly disobeying the word of God, by you submitting yourself to the devil and his works, then you will see that you will be going a way that you can't be called back. Even when you do something, you don't care. So there are instructions for life, because there is the one who made you and knows everything about life, the best way to go in life. That's why we have instructions. These instructions will also protect everyone else, not to trample on others. And then we have personal instructions on how you are supposed to walk in life, the way to go that is safe, the way to go that is success, the way to go that is prosperous. This is why it is important to find out what is in the mind of God and follow it. Example of persons who have their free will trampled upon: people who are taken as slaves. People who are taken as slaves. This is why it will always remain a terrible thing. Number 2, people who are under the influence of excessive wine. When persons are drunk, your free will is taken away from you. You are trampling on the very gift that God has given you for you to be normal, for you to be a proper human being. Number 3 is drugs. Anything that goes into you to control your ability to make proper decisions, your ability to be yourself, is trampling on your free will. Another thing is sickness, disease. When sickness enters the body, it forces you to go a particular way. Not able to do anything, maybe even forced into a coma. It is not your will to be there, but you are there. Another example is being under insanity. For somebody to be under insanity, the will of the person has been taken away. It is a terrible thing to happen to a person. Personally, sometimes I feel it is better the person is not alive than to be insane. The person is not normal. Okay, the free will is taken. The person appears to be alive, but not living. And lastly is witchcraftery. People who come under witchcraftery don't know that they are going into it. Apart from those who go to meet the devil and ask for it, they don't know they are under it. And then when that power is now, that influence is now over the life of that person, you're also controlled by that spirit. Okay. And then if you decide to resist, you can also get the blessing of resisting. Okay? We'll continue this another day. God bless you.